Was it a book before the film, and did you ever read it? So obviously,
no, but I do remember. Obviously, Spaceballs very much a parody of Star Wars in a lot of ways. I distinctly remember reading a Star Wars book when I was pretty young, and I was really pissed off that that book wasn't a movie and that Jedi existed. Like, I remember even as a child, I was like, you could have done better, Lucas.
that was the thing. I read.
I think I read the one, for those of you out there that are Star Wars aficionados, I read the one where Luke is married and has twins, and it turns out
to Jade.
Yeah, and it turns out those twins are actually going to set balance. Or
Yep.
no, Han and Leia's kids are
Han and
supposed to
Leia have
set-
kids, and their kids are supposed to set balance to the Force.
Yeah, it was
I
that
don't-
book, and
I
I
don't
just
remember
remember
which
being
one it
like,
was.
how is this not the fucking movie?
Yeah, I think Luke married Jade Skywalker or some shit.
I don't fucking know.
Whatever.
Something
If I had
dark
if
side.
if I had our friend Alex here, he'd fucking name everything for us.
Yeah, but I can't fit that much anger
But
in this room.
the book that I read, Shadows of the Empire.
Ugh. How fucking good is Shadows of the Empire?
I read it. I'm like, Dash Rengar, like.
Who is this Han Solo Luke Skywalker
Yeah, like, it
hybrid
was
awesome
awesome.
motherfucker?
It was like right in between Empire and Return, right?
I don't fucking remember, but it was awesome.
Like that was, I don't know. It was so like his fucking. I remember getting his figure. My brother got the fucking guy. He had like a purple robe, green skin, like and
It
fucking.
just sounds so cool.
And his ship, Dash's ship. I can't remember the name of it. Maybe it was like the Renegade or some shit like that.
Something awesome.
I don't remember like that, but it looked like the Millennium Falcon, but like more stealthy and just balls to the wall. Like that. Those were the two, because it did well that they actually made figures for it. But it, not a lot of people bought it.
Well, the video game that came out.
Shadows of the Empire for Nintendo 64.
Which fucking I remember blew
I'm
my
pretty
brain.
sure it was Nintendo 64. Maybe
IG-88? No, 64.
well,
because I played it, I owned it.
IG-88 was in Empire.
Yes, he's
that-
one of the random assassins, right?
The random bounty hunters, but they never played up on IG-88. But then they made IG-88 like the fucking like
Just a pimp.
the actual. And yeah, I had Dash. We had the fucking purple, blue, green guy, whatever the fuck his name was.
Steve
and
from accounting.
yeah, and IG-88. It was like the most random fucking figure, but it was cool. I really like Shadows. Like that was like
Amazing.
Lucas. Really, you could do better. He was an asshole.
Way to suck.
But the reason why I asked this, because I recently saw Dark Knight Rises.
Well, Gerard.
but maybe
I'm
he's
glad.
wondering why you shoot a man before throwing him out of a plane.
That's good, man. That's a good one. I like mine too. I'm starting to get
I like
good
this.
at using Bane's voice and saying other things like,
Yeah.
"Welcome to Wendy's. Can I take your order?"
I'd like a cheddar cheeseburger. How much? It's $2.95 is my total.
Oh, that's a
Well,
large amount.
Well, let me see. What's your name? Betsy. Look, you have a mighty fine smile, Betsy. Do you accept tips? No, you don't. Well, do you have a survey I could fill out on your website to compliment your extraordinary service? Who is
Stop it! I'm gonna pee.
this Wendy's? I would like to speak to her. Is she in today? What about the Colonel?
Oh my God! I
Wrong
wish
stores.
I wish I could animate. Just with like, Bane goes to White Castle.
Wendy's, bitch.
No, dude, White Castle. Why are
Where's-
these burgers so small?
Why are they square? I distinctly remember cheeseburgers being brown. And why do they put so many onions on the burgers? I'm having too much fun doing this voice right
Amazing. I
now.
don't even remember the point you were trying to make.
I don't fucking.
I'm completely
I
lost.
am really backtrack. Oh, now I remember. I saw Dark Knight Rises recently, and they had a trailer for The Hobbit.
Yes,
The
yes, they did. Stop talking like that.
Hobbit.
I'm gonna like fart or something. I don't know what's going on with my body.
And I recently found out that my moods have been changing. I've never seen Lord of the Rings, and people have found that out in a more recent episode. The Hobbit actually got me really excited about
Did it? Nice.
like for a new Lord of the Rings thing, and I was quickly thinking like I used to be very straightforward, fucking sci-fi.
yeah, well, you used to be tremendously. Just in the few years I've known you,
yeah.
you went from like this guy who was just so angrily fanboy about things.
Yeah.
You're like, no, you don't fucking understand, man. Jar Jar can eat shit and die. Like, to the point now.
was the worst character that ever played Star Wars.
And his voice was ridiculous. But now you're more along the lines of, like, you just.
Like,
It truly is like, oh, no, it
Whatever.
sucked, the new ones. Like, you become a lot more open-minded and just willing to accept things.
George Lucas if he wanted to put Jar Jar on the movies, then I'd give him permission to die.
Excellent.
But yeah, so over the years, I was only sci-fi. But now I've been finding that I enjoy more nerd aspects of things, like fantasy now. So, but I was realizing that what if the old Gerard went up against new Gerard, I guess, and thinking about like old Star Wars against Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Now because we got the Hobbit coming out.
Yes.
Which I'm actually
Which is
like
gonna be a
seeing it. And I'm like,
trilogy.
this is going to be fucking great.
It's very much pulling a Star Wars.
So
Isn't the Hobbit before? It's a prequel.
So I was thinking, I was like, all right, so let's put up original Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. It's time to
Because
fight
now
movies.
Lord of the Rings is going to turn into a saga.
Do you know what it's time for?
Yeah.
It's time for movie fight.
I like that. Movie fight.
Well,
they could.
well, we know who wins that movie fight. Bane from fucking Dark Knight Rises versus Bane from Batman and Robin.
Oh my
Batman and
God.
Robin Bane. This is my impersonation.
Bane smash.
Douchebag. Fucking ruined my childhood. you
Bane.
Rag.
Oh my God. So anyway, bat nipples.
It's time for movie fight.
So original Star Wars versus Lord of the Rings.
Original Star Wars.
Versus Lord of the Rings.
Nice.
Ba-da-da.
Bomb.
And then the new Star Wars trilogy.
Okay. Okay.
Abortion versus The Hobbit.
Okay. 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 Okay.
Fanboy, I'm going Star Wars original
Yeah, dude.
as opposed
Absolutely.
to Lord of the Rings.
The wars, baby. Wars all day, every day.
Yeah.
Despite Jedi.
Despite
Jedi. Fucking Star Wars.
yeah, with the fucking Ewoks and the fucking shit. Like, despite him editing shit, fucking adding stuff, like original cut, 1977 to fucking 1984.
Oh, then
Star Wars,
absolutely Star Wars. Yeah.
Then to Lord of the Rings.
Fuck yeah.
Why do you?
I
feel
do.
that way?
I do. I mean, for those of you who don't know, you're soon gonna learn my trilogy rule. I go by the average of the 3 movies in the trilogy.
Okay.
Empire is so fucking just Empire is so much better than all fucking 92 hours of the hobbits walking around boring the shit out of me. Fucking one tree. You know what? I'll take the fucking stupid Ewoks if we can edit out those goddamn walking trees in 2 towers. Fuck you, trees.
And I still yet to watch Lord of the Rings, so I feel like I'm kind of biased with this.
You totally prefer.
But
Yeah. Do you want to know
faux
what
pas.
you fucking want to know what I prefer?
Mm.
Empire. Empire's fucking the best
Out of all 3 of them?
Out of all 6. Hobbit versus
Oh.
Star Wars. Empire's the very best.
Okay. Which one do you hate?
2 Towers is the worst of all 6.
Okay. What does one offer without the other? If you get that.
Here's the thing. And I think I understand what you mean. What you're kind of saying is if you take the movies out of their respective trilogies.
Yeah.
A New Hope very much leaves you wanting more. So I don't think A New Hope sits very well. I mean, all 3 of them suffer from that.
Yeah.
They're very much a trilogy in the traditional sense of it leaves you before the story's over.
Okay.
With that being said, 2 Towers prevented me from seeing either other sequel.
Mm.
Jedi would not have made me run away. With that being said, if only Empire existed and I just had to read that crawl and it ends on the down note, it's almost a satisfying ending. It's not in the much as storytelling, but as far as movies go, I'm like, nigga's hand got chopped off.
Yeah.
Fucking shit went down.
Yeah.
And I'm sure if, again, this was a horrible option because neither of us saw Hobbit top to bottom. We really should have fucking brought in Jen to be like, hey, Jen, why are we dicks and fucking wrong about everything? But, yeah, I mean, again, the Empire, none of them can exist without the others.
Yeah.
The difference is I don't think Jedi, with all of its flaws, prevents me from ever wanting to see, and I still watch Jedi. 2 Towers, I couldn't imagine ever enjoying.
Okay.
Like, it's bad. It's fucking drags. It drags the life out of it. There are aspects of that movie that I'm sure were awesome. Yeah. All I can think about is the trees and the way they fucking talk. The trees.
I don't know. I can't stand that whole fucking process.
Actually, someone told me that and I don't know if I was supposed to know
Like
this.
Snooki, awesome.
Exactly. You know what the thing about that fucking character though is?
Yeah.
He's supposed to be like a fucking like deformed, anorexic hobbit apparently.
Yeah.
Someone told me that. I don't know if it's bullshit, but like that broke
He's
my
the
brain.
Ally
'cause
McBeal of fucking Hobbits.
Boo.
What?
What a weird 90s reference.
I know.
You fucking is
What
your
what is
DeLorean
her
parked
name?
outside?
It really is.
No, it's Ally McBeal, but I'm like, I know I got it,
No,
but
but
I'm
what's
dumb.
her actual name?
I have no idea. Let's not use it. Let's
Oh,
pretend
she's
it's just a
married to
character.
fucking Harrison Ford, or like going out with Harrison Ford.
Her pussy's hot.
For hot AARP man. It's just like Han YOLO.
I want fucking Han so nice. I want Harrison Ford, if they ever do a Batman Beyond movie, he'd be an awesome Bruce Wayne.
He'd be an old. No, he should be like an old Bruce Wayne, like a
That's
retired
what's in
Bruce
Batman fucking Beyond, dick.
Wayne. I know.
I know. That's you.
What do you love?
Empire. I love Empire.
Okay.
Everything about it. I
What
like that it ends on a down ending and shit.
What would have you? What would have you changed about the films, or like?
How about you
Empire?
use English? What would you
What
have robot changed? I would have fucking removed Jedi.
Okay.
I would have just done a different. I could
I
have
do
told that.
Shadows
I
of the
coulda-
Empire.
I could have told that story in fucking.
That would have been what a
Magic.
huge jump.
I mean, yeah, I could have told that story. I think pretty concise in a better way.
I feel like that would have worked though, title wise. A New Hope, Empire Strikes Back, Shadows of the Empire. No. Well, title wise, like Shadows of the Empire, then Empire Strikes Back, and Bowling with the defecation of the Empire.
You're fucking pretty.
The all
adamant about
anal
it.
final chapter.
Delicious.
I'm gonna skip the other two questions
What?
because I'm done.
All
with
right,
that.
okay.
New trilogy versus The Hobbit.
Hobbit.
I'm
Hobbit. I haven't seen Hobbit, but I fucking hated New Trilogy.
Isn't The Hobbit's not out that?
No, not yet.
Yeah. It doesn't come out like November or some shit.
Oh shit! I don't pay attention.
Whatever.
I don't know things.
Why? You're gonna pretty much your question is gonna be the same as mine. Like I'm going Hobbit.
I think Hobbit just has unlimited potential.
Because The Hobbit is a prequel.
and
as well?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Episode
Yes,
one,
it is.
episodes 1, 2, 3, and 6
Mm.
are just filled with disappointment
Yeah.
and lost potential for me.
Okay. Does a new story bring excitement? I
I'm
see, like-
actually really stoked. Despite the magics. Magic sword play. That's certainly not my shtick.
Okay.
But I'm excited, man. I like good cinema. I
Yeah.
like things that are going to be entertaining. I like things that are just going to, give an opportunity that maybe the bigger problem is I'm a douchebag.
Maybe they lost with the other films, the originals.
Yeah, maybe they're gonna less trees, less
Yeah.
fucking walking, more of the story that everyone assures
Yeah, 'cause I
me
really
is
doubt
amazing.
in the fucking books the fucking guy went, oh, and the tree went left, right, left, right. Like, really? Like, come on, fucking trees walking. That's what put me off. Like, I don't want to fucking see a 3-hour movie about trees walking. That
And it's
makes-
a valid argument. It's a valid fucking argument.
It's just like,
Like
that's
that,
boring.
and a lot of people like that. But I felt like I saw the second to last Harry Potter Part 1. I feel like they spend so much fucking time in the woods doing nothing.
They did.
Like, don't split something into fucking. Don't give me a 4-hour movie and have nothing go on.
Yeah.
That's my problem
Hey,
with
you
the
know
Nolan
what the
Batman.
thing was?
Fucking Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises. That's 2 movies each.
Yeah.
The Nolan movies, the Nolan Batman movies. If I'm the editor,
There
same
should
with
be
Lord
4
of the Rings.
movies.
You have
2
5
parts.
movies. Batman Begins is a fine movie, except the second half I don't really like. But then Dark Knight, Part 1 and Part 2,
Yeah.
and then Rises, Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah.
And it would have been fucking, for me, it would have been better. Release them 6 months apart. Do what Matrix tried to
Yeah,
do.
exactly.
Damn it! Do what I say, not what I say.
Does a new story bring excitement?
I think you asked that. Yeah, fuck
Did
yeah.
I?
I'm
Okay.
stoked.
Does it butcher the original films? Like, do you think that the new
Despite-
trilogy of Star
yeah,
Wars, even though it's
despite-
technically before it,
Yeah, despite the new trilogy, despite all of its
Jar Jar.
flaws, despite Jar Jar, despite all the issues I had with it,
Yeah.
and there were a ton. I remember seeing that movie at Lowe's in Stony Brook in New
Yeah.
York on Long Island with my brother, and I remember getting online a
remember
couple
what
hours
fucking
before.
food and drink you had?
I
'Cause
did.
Jesus
I did.
Christ.
We had a giant soda.
We saw it at Lowe's, fucking in Stony Brook,
Well,
New York,
because
Long Island, with my brother. We
there
drove a
was-
1997 Mazda. Like, Jesus
Well,
Christ.
there was a pickup truck there that had a big screen, and they were projecting Jedi.